inspection done. Leaving Trailer King now. Dice shop only charged me $1 for inspection because it's just. But here's some of the paperwork. Fresh inspection. Luckily, my lights didn't act up as I got this one taken care of, because that would suck. Every once in a while, these lights are kind of a pain, and there's like loose grounds. This trailer gets I don't want to say it gets off-roaded per se, but it gets it does go off-road. It goes on dirt roads, and it bounces around a lot. So from time to time, things get a little what do you call it? I don't know, shaken up, I guess is the best way of putting it. But anyway, nice. It's 9:04, 79 degrees. Nice start to the day. It's gonna get hot today. It's gonna get above 90. Low 90s today, 92, 93, something like that. So is what it is. Now we're trying to get home for a 9:30 fence appointment. We're about a half hour or about 25 minutes away from home, and that'll be 9:30 on the dot, which works out. So that's good. Slow down. Anyway, I'll keep everything in check later. So, saw something pretty cool. I unfortunately didn't get it on video, but the town of LaGrange here, they have like on 55, they have I don't know, like 3 traffic circles with like trees and stuff in the median. It's nice, and they have, from their street lights, they have big hanging flower pots, and anyway, they need to be watered, right? And they have a little one of these little Japanese trucks that guys are importing, these like right-hand drives, like these super mini trucks with a water tank on it, and it's like the width of the sidewalk, so it could just drive on the sidewalk and water the plants. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was it was all like lettered up in official town like lettering. It's pretty cool. But anyway, that's all. Just stop that video because I got a text from another fence estimate that I mentioned I was trying to get back. The guy replied he'd be here at 9:40. That's beautiful, because it's 9:20 now. I'm about 10 minutes away from home. I have an awkward situation with this bicyclist here, and I gotta make a right. I hate cyclists. They think they own the road. We're gonna stay safe. We're gonna stay behind them. And I'm gonna make this turn right here. Anyhow, that was all there. Police are out everywhere, man. Dutchess County Sheriff's, state police, everywhere today. But that's good, because I can get the dog in the crate, and my mother-in-law's the dog and the baby right now. So the last thing I wanted was for this guy to come and set off the dog and whatever while she was there without me. It shouldn't be an issue now. So that's good. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this. The state computer, so I wanted to get an earlier appointment than 9. 9 was the earliest they'd give me. They're like, listen, we can't give you anything earlier than 9. I'm like, I know you guys are open earlier. Like, what? Like, they can't log on. So the inspection was done at like 8:45, but they can't put it into the state computers until 9 o'clock. So that was the deal. Which is, good to know. It's not on their end. The inspection's $6. They charged me $1 because I literally just had one single dollar. You know, they're real good people over there. You know, big Trump shop, wear my Trump shirt. That got me points, gets me points that I've had every service that you recommend and more. I'm kind of like pro just do everything. So they're big on preventative plow service. Do it in the fall before they get busy. Do it in the fall before they get busy. This trailer here, they wanted, they always try and talk people into axle services and whatever. They just rebuilt this trailer. Like literally there's not a single thing they could have upsold me on, because they've basically upsold me on everything in the past. So that's all good. You know, not that they swindle or anything. They're actually really good as far as like, you know, I feel like you have like car salesmen, used car salesmen, and then like trailer salesmen but they're really good over there. My next trailer, I think I really owe them. And I'm just trying to figure out, I love to buy an enclosed trailer, and I purposely did not look because I would want to buy something. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts going through my head, in terms of, you know, next steps for the business, next steps for whatever. I'm not trying to scale down the business, but I'm definitely not trying to grow too much, because I think we're basically at capacity with me doing both jobs plus, you know, or a job plus us, both of us working full-time jobs plus me doing the landscape stuff, and it's just a lot with a 6-month-old right now, and these are things to consider if you're trying to get into this. But the extra money I make here is great, and like I just had a project, we just passed that road. That project that I did, you know, you projects with deadlines, and not just mowing, you know, you got other like landscape projects. Those are the more profitable ones. You know, in terms of profit for that, you know, that was a $3,600. So that was a $3,600 job. I spent $650 in materials, and so I made $29.50 was profit, and the rest were materials. So, and that could have, I kind of spread that out over a couple of days. I did a section here, a section. That could have been one full balls to the wall day, $3,600, just whatever. And if you could do one of those a day, or just one a week, you know, in addition to your mowing or whatever, that's, you know, beautiful. Anyway, with all that being said, so that's done. What I was trying to say with the trailer thing is that, you know, I'd love a dump trailer. I'd love an enclosed trailer, especially now with, you know, I think it'd be so much easier to just leave everything in a trailer, have it ready to go, especially if you're doing this as like a part-time deal, and you're, you know, that would be my advice, is to go that route. That way you don't have to, because you don't realize how much time it takes to load, unload equipment, you know, whatever. But the thing is, if I were to get rid of a trailer, I have two trailers now. I have the 16-foot and the 10-foot. The 10-foot is going to stay. It's the older one, but it's built like a beast. And it gets into these, I have so many properties where I need the small trailer for. So the small trailer has to stay. I would get a bigger enclosed trailer, but you constantly run the, I can't do that in a dump right now, or like for a while. And to be honest, I would use a dump like crazy for a little bit, and then like never use it, like use it like once a year. So I don't know if the dump makes sense for me right now. But I do want to have the ability to transport this tractor, and you can't do that on a single axle 10-foot trailer. You need something bigger. And the problem is all these, like a 16-foot, like a 7x16 V-nose enclosed would be perfect for me. But the problem is that door can like just basically hold a Skag. The rear ramp door, they're not built super heavy duty. You have to go up to like a 20-foot car hauler enclosed for that to make sense. And you can do that, but you have a much bigger trailer now. It's a lot more expensive, and it's just like, it's so big to get in and out of my driveway. It's huge, and I don't want that in my driveway. I don't want it in my yard. You know, maybe if I had a big circle drive, you know, whatever, it'd be different. But so that's something to consider now too. So I don't know. All in all, we'll figure it out. Honestly, a 16-foot with a heavier built door would be. I know they make them. They're just hard to find. They're hard to find. So it is what it is. But hold on, let me stop this. I gotta back this. Anyway, what I was saying is that I know they make them. They're just incredibly expensive, and I don't know. It's tough because it's one of those things where a car trailer would be nice to have in a pit. Not a car trailer, like an enclosed trailer that could fit a car would be nice to have. I would probably use it once a year. So it's one of those things where, is it worth it? Probably not. Is it worth it to be huge here? My driveway is tight and small enough as is to be shuffling cars, trailers around, whatever. It's not worth it. I think a 7x16 is in the future. And then, I don't know. I've seen guys do a couple of things, with the ramp doors. I don't know. We'll see. I do like the, I don't know. I go back and forth 100 times in my head. What's like necessary versus, not. But anyway, that's all. We're going to wrap this video up here. We're inspected. We're good. All's good. Peace.